So, people, I'm a guy who prides himself on not trying to be too judgmental about something that I may or may not like right out of the gate without knowing all the pertinent information before drawing my own personal conclusions on things. But that being said, what I really mean is I'm one of those people that's trying to get better about not getting judged, especially getting angry about something without knowing everything, because we as people, and it drives me crazy, which means I have to get better about it or I'm a hypocrite, is people getting angry about all these random little things that don't really matter that much in life, and people getting angry the moment one of those little things affects them directly. You know, it's one thing if it's something that's never going to affect you, you're like, whatever. But when it affects you directly, also it's like, oh, this is stupid, I don't have to deal with this. Ugh. When there's so many big things to get pissed off in the world about, but we have to get pissed about little stuff. And I just barely caught myself before falling into that trap. I think I may have even referenced it in a vlog a few days back where I was kind of annoyed, not in a stupor, but annoyed at the fact that there's been a change in TriMet, the local Portland public transportation system. They've altered the way that they do passes. It used to be you put money in the machine, or you put money into the little machine when you get on the bus, a ticket gets spit out, you have it, there's your ticket. That was the system. But in the last couple of weeks, they've installed a new system where they have this program called HOP. Get your HOP card, get your HOP pass, and you put it up to a little machine. It's at all the max train stops. It's on all the buses. You come on with your HOP pass, you put it up to the machine, it goes beep, and then, verifies your payment. And so now you have to do that instead of the old system where you just get the pass, get on the bus, or if you already have a pass and get on, you just get on, or like, here's my pass, and they say thank you, and then you go and sit down. So I was kind of annoyed, because I'm like, oh, why are they doing this? This is just them shoving HOP down our throat, which I do think that's still a little bit of the system. I think they, anytime a big organization comes up with some new system and it's marginally successful, or maybe not quite as successful as they wanted to, they start trying to find ways to force it down your throat more. I still think that's a valid concern, I guess you can call it, because I can't think of a better word to say right now. And I was like, wasn't that going to take longer? Because now instead of just getting on the bus and going, here's my pass, you have to get on, you have to pull your pass out, you just go beep, and then it was like, if there's a bunch of people getting on, but then I realized, is it really going to take any longer to pull your pass out and go beep, and then go and sit down, than it is to walk up to the driver and be like, here's my pass, okay, go. And I started to think, and maybe, obviously I don't know what TriMet's motives are, but this is, I'm assuming, their line of thinking, either that or they genuinely were just trying to shove HOP down our throat, and all my prior, this is stupid concerns were accurate. I don't know. But I started thinking, unfortunately in America, a lot of people, especially people that work jobs where they have to deal with people, if you're a bus driver, you have to deal with people endlessly, and a lot of unsavory people sometimes, and a lot of people that work jobs like that kind of half-ass it. They don't really get paid great, they don't really like their job that much sometimes, and people end up half-assing their jobs. And there's been a lot of times where a bus is running behind and I've gotten on with my pass, and they're like, just come on and sit down, and it's like they don't even check my pass, like for all they know I might be riding for free. And then there's other drivers who I pull out the pass and hold it up, and they're like, okay, before really giving the pass a look. And it's like, there's a lot of information on those passes. There's the date, whether it's a day pass or a 2.5 hour pass, all that stuff, whether it's a senior pass or it's a regular pass or a kid's pass, So there's a lot of times where I'm sure, because it's happened to me enough by myself, but there's a lot of times where bus drivers just aren't really paying close attention. Like, you got a pass? Okay, go sit down. I'll buy a 2-hour pass, they'll accidentally print me a day pass and be like, well, whatever, here's a day pass for the price of a 2.5-hour pass. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if that's gotten back to the higher ups at TriMet, who are like, we have a lot of drivers that aren't really enforcing the rules the way they should. But now if we're in a scenario that we are in now, where you get your pass printed off, and you get on the bus, and you have to put up the thing, and it has to beep to verify it that, you know, it's a valid pass. You're bypassing that whole problem of the drivers not really doing their job, and it's a better verification process, because, you know, if that thing doesn't ding, the driver's immediately like, oh, well, your pass is invalid. You don't even have to see it to know. So it's definitely probably a better system on the part of TriMet to know that people are paying for valid fare, and of course, God forbid anybody ever ride for free with how much they rip us off. I'm waiting. Day passes have been $5 for many years. They were a little bit less. I think they were like $4 when I first started taking public transportation, and after about a year or two, it got bumped up to $5. So it's been $5 for like 6-7 years, roughly. I'm waiting for them to bump it up to $6, and then just watch the chaos ensue. By the way, I've had the same debit card since, I mean, I essentially got it at the start of 2017, and it's expected to last through to July of this year, so pretty much 2.5 years, and that debit card was beat the hell up by mid-2017, and I'm telling you, because I usually use my card at the Max machines, and the last couple of days, it's finally started not accepting my debit card anymore because it's so old and so beaten up. And I always wondered, you know, every now and then my card won't read right at a given store or a given whatever, but it always worked just fine at these ticket machines. And the last 3 times I tried to use my debit card, once it didn't work, 3 times, and then it canceled and wouldn't let me use a card. That just happened this morning, so both those days I had to use my credit card. Because, like a great responsible young American, I didn't have any cash on me. And then, like, what the hell? There's just a dinosaur on the top of that guy's car. Yeah, then the other day, it didn't work the first 2 times, and then my last chance, the 3rd time, my debit card worked. It randomly was able to get part of my chip or whatever. So anyway, that's more drama in my life. As you know, the focus of my video is people don't get pissy about little things you have to deal with in life. And I'm like, oh, my debit card isn't working anymore. It has to last till July. And if I want to get a new debit card to last me till then, I have to, like, call the bank and be like, hey, to use my voice to get cards. And then I have to, like, wait to get it. And then it comes in the mail, and I have to, like, open the envelope. Exact counter to what today's vlog is all about. And it's still cold as balls out here in the somewhat great city of Portland, Oregon. But yeah, that's what's been on my mind today. Just thinking about these new passes and how a little bit extra thinking reversed my early perspective on this new TriMet system, and I actually kind of understand it and agree with it now in terms of making sure people are, I mean, it doesn't do anything to help the Max. You can still, I mean, obviously they have people that get on sometimes and check your passes, but there's no verification process before you get on the Max to where everybody who gets on is known to have a valid pass. People still, I guarantee, get on Max all the time without getting a pass. Especially, like, you know, I could so easily get away with not paying for a pass on the Max, because literally the majority of my time on the train, I go from my home to the Max stop, I go 3 stops. That's it before I get off at work. I could so easily get away with taking the Max for free, but that's a system I don't want to mess with. It's me meddling with forces I'm not prepared to control. So anyway, that's it. That's what's going on in the city today. I'm about to go to work super freaking early again. So, yeah. Till next time, guys, you have a wonderful day.